Hello, everybody! BeMetalways here. Welcome to 2023. Happy New Year! This is the first post of the year, and it's of course about my personal most anticipated metal albums of 2023. So I'll start with the ones already that I'm planning to review because the specific dates have been set, and then let's talk about some that could be coming later in the year. All right, so starting with January, the albums here, there's quite a bit coming up. First of all, Obituary, Dying of Everything comes out on the 13th of January already. So this will be probably the first review of the year. Looking forward to this album. And then we have Catatonia, Sky Void of Stars, another very interesting release. I really liked their last few albums, so let's see where they go from here. Twilight Force, this is really on the power metal side. I'm curious to see this album. I think they have a new singer. That would be interesting to see if they keep it the same high level that they had from the previous couple of albums. And then Riverside ID dot entity comes out on the 20th of January. Riverside, of course, had a tragic loss of their guitar player, but they're returning, and I'm curious to see. I think they're a fantastic progressive metal band. Then on at the end of the month, there's Uriah Heep with Chaos and Color. Interesting to see where these guys are going after so many years and that such a long career. And then Steve Vai in partnership with Gash. So this will be interesting because Steve Vai playing guitar with a singer, that's not something that we have very often. Then we move to February. Then we have Memoriam, Rise to Power, In Flames, Forgone. This is very interesting because the last few releases of In Flame have been very mixed. The singles of Forgone so far are pretty okay, so let's see if they finally rebound to a better album than the previous ones. And we have Steel Panther on the prowl. Here, I'm very curious because I hope they will do something a little bit different because it's getting a little bit tired of the same formula, the same kind of music and lyrics. Let's see if they innovate or have a little bit of a new flavor there. They have a new bass player, so let's see. And then Insomnium Anno 1696. Insomnium have been also delivering some outstanding albums recently, so happy to be checking this one out in February. In March, we have Enslaved with Heimdall. The band seems to be very proud and happy about this album. Let's see, another band that have been releasing very strong albums. The same with Haken, Fauna, released on the same day. So this will be a busy week, the first week of March. Then we have Redemption coming back with I Am the Storm. I think this is the second album with Tom, the singer from Evergrade, on the vocals. And then returning after a long time, if I'm not mistaken, Ne Obliviscaris with EXO, this progressive extreme metal band with a lot of violin, two singers. It's a very interesting band. And then a little bit more on the metalcore side, we have August Burns Red with Death Below and Bury Tomorrow, the Seventh Sun, the last 2 weeks of March. What else we have? And then we have in April for sure Metallica with 72 Seasons. I'll check that out. Then let's talk about some bands that probably will release an album, but dates have not yet been set. We have Anthrax coming back since For All Kings from 2016. We have Avenged Sevenfold coming back since The Stage, also from 2016. Cattle Decapitation coming back after Death Atlas from 19. And then maybe we get Guns N' Roses in February. Their last album is back from 2008 with Chinese Democracy. And of course, Slash is back on the band. So that could be an interesting release. Immortal is back with War Against All. Judas Priest got so excited about Firepower in 2018 that they will release yet another album that will be also a very interesting release, since Firepower for me it was a really strong album. If I'm not mistaken, the album of the year in 2018 for me. King Diamond finally coming back as well from a long time, since the last album, Give Me Your Soul Please, is from 2007. And he might even be back with Merciful Fate as well, with an even longer gap, because the last album, number 9, was released in 1999. Nightwish might be coming back, since last album, Human to Nature, from 2020, and Nile coming back from Vinyl Nilotic Rights from 2019. Other bands, yes, there are more. Accept might be coming back from the Too Mean to Die album from 21, so that's a very quick return. Baroness, the last album was 2019, Gold and Grey. Death Angel, also from 2019, Humanicide might be coming back. Exodus, already working on a new albums, because Persona Non Grata is just from 2021, so already a quick return. Then we have Grand Magus with Wolf God from 2019 being the last album. Camelot finally coming back as well, since the Shadow Theory from 2018. Kill Switch Engage, War might be coming back. Their last album was 2012, The Lord of Steel. Sacred Reich returning probably not that long ago, because they released a very strong album, Awakening, with a new guitar player in 2019. So that could be an interesting one to check it out. And one of my favorite progressive metal bands ever, Symphony X, should be coming back. Their last album is back from 2015, Underworld. And then Testament might be returning with the first album since Titans of Creation from 2020. Another band that have been in a very strong sequence of albums. They are changing their drummer. I think the album will be recorded with Dave Lombardo, which would be quite interesting. The first time he will be in the studio with Testament since The Gathering, which I think is from 1999. So that's it. Those are the main albums that I am looking forward to checking and reviewing in 2023. Thanks for being here, for listening, and BeMetalways.